Sunlight pierces the dense canopy, painting the forest floor in dappled light. A beautiful fairy queen flits through the trees, her wings catching the light like morning dew. Her laughter, soft and pure, echoes through the deep green woods. The forest seems to breathe with magic as she dances among the ancient trees. Sunlight streams through the canopy, painting the fairy queen's glade in a mosaic of light and shadow. The fairy queen tends her garden, surrounded by vibrant flowers shimmering with morning dew. Sparkling streams meander through the glade, their gentle murmur a constant, soothing melody. Her baby daughter, radiant and small, chases butterflies, her innocent giggles filling the tranquil air. From the depths of the shadowed forest, two hulking giants emerge, their presence a looming threat. Malice contorts their brutish faces as they survey their domain with predatory eyes. They begin to stalk through the ancient woods, their massive forms casting long, ominous shadows. Each heavy footstep sends tremors through the forest floor, disturbing the serenity of the woods. The very trees seem to recoil as the giants advance, their destructive path leaving a wake of fear. Giants storm into the fairy queen's glade, casting long, ominous shadows that darken the ancient, sun-dappled ground. The fairy queen is seized, her delicate form a stark contrast to the giant's rough, overpowering grasp. Her cry pierces the air, a desperate echo through the trees as she struggles against her captors. Hidden behind a bush, her baby daughter watches with wide, terrified eyes, mirroring the unfolding horror. The glade, once a sanctuary of magic and light, is now tainted by the giant's dark presence and the fairy queen's silent scream. In the heart of a shadowed forest clearing, an unimaginable sight unfolds. Giants have bound the ethereal fairy queen to a rough-hewn wooden cross. Flames lick hungrily at the base of the cross, casting dancing shadows that writhe like tormented spirits. The air crackles with the promise of immolation, the heat distorting the very light around the helpless queen. Her desperate cries tear through the ancient trees, a sound of pure agony that shatters the forest's serene silence. Each echoing plea is a testament to her fading hope, a beacon in the encroaching darkness. As the fire roars louder, in the heart of the forest, a baby fairy's tears fall like morning dew, each drop a tiny beacon of distress. Her small wings beat with frantic energy, a desperate flutter against the vast, silent trees. Driven by a primal need, she flees through the dense foliage, a miniature silhouette against the dappled sunlight. Each wing beat echoes her silent plea, a tiny heart pounding with the urgency of her quest. The forest path stretches endlessly before her, a labyrinth of leaves and shadows, each step fueled by hope. She ventures deeper into the emerald maze, a solitary spark of determination against the ancient, unyielding woods. After an arduous journey, a baby fairy flutters down into a sun-drenched clearing. Sunlight streams through the leaves, illuminating a majestic oak tree at the heart of the clearing. Beneath the ancient oak, a small German shepherd puppy sits patiently, his fur gleaming in the sunlight. The puppy is dressed in a whimsical miniature knight's outfit, his tiny armor reflecting the bright light. The fairy pauses, suspended in mid-air, as she takes in the sight of her loyal protector. A gentle breeze rustles the leaves, creating a serene and magical atmosphere in the sunlit glade. In a sun-drenched clearing, a puppy, now named Sir Reginald, sits absorbed in his work. With focused determination, Sir Reginald carefully carves a wooden idol, his small paws deftly wielding the knife. A cheerful tune hums from his tiny throat, filling the peaceful space with innocent joy. Each stroke of the knife brings the idol to life, a testament to the puppy's unexpected artistry. In a sun-drenched clearing, a tiny baby fairy flutters down, landing delicately on Sir Reginald's massive paw. Her miniature form trembles with distress as she cries, her gestures frantic and urgent. Sir Reginald, though uncomprehending of her fairy tongue, feels the weight of her sorrow and the urgency of her plea. A silent understanding passes between the giant knight and the minuscule fairy, a bond forged in shared concern. In a sun-drenched clearing, Sir Reginald abandons his carving, a look of urgent determination etched on his face. He lunges into the dense forest, the foliage blurring around him as he gives chase. Driven by an unseen force, he plunges deeper into the emerald depths, The fate of the baby fairy hangs in the balance as Sir Reginald races against time through the ancient woods. Sunlight splinters through the dense canopy as Sir Reginald bursts into the forest, his pace urgent. A tiny baby fairy clings to Sir Reginald's shoulder, her wings shimmering with each bound. The puppy's small legs pump with surprising speed, a furry blur against the verdant undergrowth. They race against an unseen threat, the dappled sunlight a fleeting reminder of the beauty they risk losing. The forest floor becomes a whirlwind of motion as the unlikely trio charges headlong into danger. Arriving at the clearing, they are met with a horrifying sight. The Fairy Queen encircled by a raging inferno. Flames lick hungrily at the air, casting an ominous glow across the enchanted glade. The Fairy Queen stands defiant amidst the blaze, her silhouette a beacon of courage against the fiery backdrop. Menacing laughter echoes through the trees as the giants revel in their cruel spectacle. Their massive shadows dance wildly in the firelight, distorting into grotesque figures of malice. The scene unfolds as a dramatic tableau of magic and menace, setting the stage for a desperate confrontation. In a forest clearing, Sir Reginald, a tiny spark of defiance, barks fiercely. He leaps a blur of courage towards the looming giants, an act of desperate protection for the Fairy Queen. Nipping at their heels, snapping at their legs, he becomes a whirlwind of canine fury against insurmountable odds. The giants, indifferent to his attacks, continue their advance, their shadows casting a pall over the brave little dog. In a clearing dominated by an ancient cross, towering giants look down with amusement. Sir Reginald, small and determined, makes a futile attempt to challenge their immense power. With casual cruelty, one of the giants delivers a swift, brutal kick. Sir Reginald is sent hurtling through the air, a small figure against the vast sky. He crashes heavily onto the forest floor, the impact echoing through the trees. A pained yelp escapes him as he lies defeated amidst the leaves and shadows. Flames rise against the night sky, greedily consuming the wooden cross. Dancing shadows flicker across the clearing, painting the scene with light and dread. The Fairy Queen watches the inferno, her eyes reflecting the fire's glow and glistening with unshed tears. A desperate plea escapes her lips, a whisper carried on the wind. "Help me." In a sun-dappled clearing, a cross stands silently amidst ancient trees, its presence a stark contrast to the ethereal beauty surrounding it. Bathed in a soft, otherworldly glow, the baby fairy kneels, her tiny hands clasped tightly in prayer. Sunlight filters through the leaves, illuminating her delicate features as she faces the heavens, her expression filled with desperate hope. The air is still, the forest holding its breath as she whispers her plea, her voice barely audible above the rustling leaves. "Oh, please, save us," she implores, her words carrying the weight of her people's fate. A single tear traces a path down her cheek, reflecting the light as she awaits an answer in the silent clearing. The clearing is cast in an ethereal glow as a brilliant light descends from the heavens. Every blade of grass, every leaf on the trees, shimmers with an otherworldly radiance. The ancient cross stands bathed in divine light, a beacon in the serene wilderness. Shadows recede as the light intensifies, revealing hidden details in the landscape. A sense of peace and wonder fills the air as the clearing transforms into a sacred space. In a serene clearing, bathed in soft light, a figure emerges, his robes shimmering with celestial radiance. With gentle grace, he kneels, his luminous presence illuminating the scene. Sir Reginald, the injured puppy, lies helpless, awaiting the figure's compassionate touch. A sense of hope and healing permeates the air as the glowing figure extends his hand toward the suffering creature. In the quiet clearing, the holy figure extends a gentle hand toward Sir Reginald. A warm, golden glow emanates from the touch, enveloping the wounded puppy. The light intensifies, casting a radiant aura around them as an undeniable miracle unfolds. Before our eyes, the puppy's wounds vanish completely, leaving no trace of the previous suffering. In the clearing, bathed in ethereal light, the holy figure stands resolute before the ancient cross. With a gesture of divine authority, he raises his hand, commanding the very elements. In an instant, the raging fire vanishes, leaving behind only wisps of smoke and stunned silence. The giants recoil, their massive forms shrinking back from the sudden void where flames once danced. shielding their eyes. They cower before the holy figure, fear etched upon their rough, stone-like faces. In a sun-drenched clearing, the fairy queen remains bound, a figure of ethereal beauty against the rough wood of the cross. The oppressive ropes begin to loosen, as if undone by an unseen force. Strands of hemp fall away, spiraling to the earth like discarded threads. The last of the bonds break free, leaving the fairy queen unchained. She stands, no longer a prisoner, but a sovereign restored to her rightful place. Freedom radiates from her, casting a hopeful light across the ancient clearing. Silence descends upon the forest clearing once more, the aftermath of a colossal encounter hanging heavy in the air. The giants, their bravado shattered, shrink back from the light, their massive forms now trembling. Driven by primal fear, they turn and scatter, their heavy footfalls fading as they vanish into the deep shadows. The ancient cross stands sentinel, bathed in the fading light, a silent witness to the giants' hasty retreat. In the forest clearing, the fairy queen sprints, her face a canvas of raw, desperate worry. Relief washes over her features as she spots her daughter, safe and unharmed. She enfolds her daughter in a desperate embrace, a haven of love and protection. Tears stream down the fairy queen's face, each drop a testament to her overwhelming relief. Her tears soak into her daughter's hair, a silent vow of unending love and vigilance. In a sun-drenched clearing, Sir Reginald's tail wags with unrestrained joy, a blur of happy motion. His barks echo through the open space, each one a burst of pure, unadulterated delight. Eyes shining like polished gems, he embodies canine happiness under the open sky. The clearing resonates with his cheerful presence, a testament to simple, unburdened joy. In a sun-drenched clearing, the cross stands tall, a beacon of hope against the serene backdrop. The Shining Man's gentle smile radiates warmth as he prepares to lift Sir Reginald. With effortless grace, the Shining Man cradles Sir Reginald in his arms, a picture of benevolent strength. The Shining Man's eyes sparkle with wisdom and compassion as he looks down at Sir Reginald. "Even the smallest heart," the Shining Man says softly, his voice carrying on the gentle breeze, "can hold the greatest courage," he finishes, his words a soothing balm to Sir Reginald's weary soul. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting an ethereal glow upon the ancient forest. The fairy queen moves with otherworldly grace, her presence illuminating the path ahead. Her daughter skips merrily beside her, her laughter echoing through the enchanted woods. Sir Reginald follows with solemn respect, a loyal guardian in this magical realm. The very trees shimmer with an unseen energy, whispering secrets to those who listen closely. Sunlight paints the fairy queen's glade in strokes of gold, highlighting every vibrant petal and leaf. The fairy queen, radiant and joyful, moves with effortless grace as she plays. Her daughter's laughter rings through the glade, a melody intertwined with the rustling of leaves. Sir Reginald, ever the devoted companion, joins in their mirth, his presence adding warmth to the scene. The flora around them seems to pulse with life, its colors amplified by the sheer joy of the moment. Each bloom and blade of grass radiates an almost palpable energy, dancing in the sunlit haven. Sunlight streams through the canopy, bathing the forest floor in a warm golden light. The trees stand tall and proud, their leaves rustling gently in the breeze, whispering tales of peace and joy. Wildflowers bloom in vibrant colors, dotting the landscape with splashes of beauty and life. A sense of tranquility pervades the air, as if the forest itself is breathing a sigh of contentment. This sanctuary of light and love stands as a testament to the enduring power of nature's embrace. At the somber forest's edge, two giants loom, their massive forms radiating humility and deep remorse. They stand as silent sentinels, their longing gazes fixed on the world from which they are exiled. An unspoken understanding passes between them, a shared acknowledgement of their unworthiness to return. The giants remain, their figures etched against the sky, monuments to regret and lost belonging. Moonlight spills through the ancient canopy, bathing the fairy queen's glade in an ethereal glow. With gentle hands, the fairy queen tucks her daughter into a bed of soft emerald moss. The fairy queen's loving gaze lingers, a silent promise of protection and peace. At the foot of the moss-covered bed, Sir Reginald, a loyal knight, keeps watch with unwavering eyes. His armor gleams faintly in the moonlight, a silent vow to guard against any unseen threat. The glade breathes softly, a haven of magic and watchful loyalty under the silent moon. From above, a holy figure casts a gentle light, a silent guardian over the darkened forest. Trees stand as watchful sentinels, their forms bathed in an ethereal glow that defies the encroaching night. Shadows twist and sway in the undergrowth, their movements like whispers in the stillness. None dare to cross the boundary of light, where peace reigns under the watchful gaze. In a sun-drenched clearing, Sir Reginald returns to his solitary carving beneath the ancient oak. His weathered hands meticulously shape the wood, a new figure emerging from the grain. This time, it is not just any idol, it is a likeness of the ethereal fairy queen. Each stroke of his knife reveals a deepening obsession, a silent devotion etched in wood. Sunlight spills through the dense canopy, painting the fairy queen's glade in shimmering emerald and gold. A tiny baby fairy, smaller than a hummingbird, dances on currents of light near her mother. The mother fairy gently tends to a garden bursting with colors that rival the dawn. The baby fairy's tinkling laughter rings out, a pure, innocent sound that fills the glade. The gentle hum of bees weaves through the air, a drowsy counterpoint to the fairy's joyful song. Leaves whisper secrets to the wind, adding to the symphony of the enchanted glade. Under the vast sky, ancient giants move with solemn purpose among the trees. Their massive forms, weathered by time and regret, blend with the ancient woods. With gentle hands, they cradle saplings, their touch a promise of renewal. Each planted tree is a step towards redemption, a silent penance etched in the earth. Sunlight filters through the canopy, illuminating their faces etched with remorse and hope. The forest breathes around them, a witness to their atonement, a testament to the possibility of change. Moonlight spills into the fairy queen's glade, bathing the scene in an ethereal glow as fireflies weave patterns of light. The fairy queen sits beside her daughter, their faces flickering with the dance of firefly shadows. And then, my dear, the fairy queen begins, her voice soft. Sir Reginald faced the griffin, not with a sword, but with understanding. She continues, her eyes reflecting ancient wisdom. He saw the creature's pain and offered it solace. His bravery wasn't in battle, but in his kindness, she emphasizes, a gentle lesson imparted. Remember that, my child. True courage lies in compassion. Sunlight paints the forest floor in shifting patterns, a cathedral of green and gold. Sir Reginald, a knight in gleaming, slightly worn armor, bursts into laughter as a baby fairy dances around his helmet. A playful chase ensues, their movements light and joyful against the backdrop of ancient trees. The unlikely friends find themselves in a moment of idyllic peace, their bond a beacon in the tranquil forest. The forest witnesses a scene of harmony, where knight and fairy share laughter under the watchful eyes of the ancient trees. Sunlight weaves through the forest canopy, casting a magical glow upon the fairy queen's glade. Seated at her polished workbench, the fairy queen's nimble fingers meticulously assemble a tiny knight's outfit. Miniature chainmail links shimmer, and a gleaming helmet takes shape, reflecting her serene dedication. With a gentle smile, she honors Sir Reginald's bravery, crafting this exquisite gift for her daughter's doll. Ancient giants move with deliberate grace through the sun-dappled forest. Their aged hands, gnarled like the trees themselves, gently tend to the ancient woods. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting an ethereal glow on their slow, purposeful movements. They ensure the forest's beauty, their efforts echoing through generations. Each step is measured, each touch nurturing, preserving the woods for ages to come. The giant's quiet dedication embodies the forest's enduring health and timeless beauty. In the fairy queen's glade, a crackling campfire throws flickering shadows across the faces of ancient trees. The fairy queen sits regally, her presence illuminating the night with a soft, ethereal glow. Beside her, her daughter listens intently, her eyes reflecting the dancing flames and the wisdom of her mother's words. Sir Reginald, his armor gleaming faintly in the firelight, shares in the camaraderie, his laughter warm and genuine. The air is alive with the gentle sounds of shared stories and laughter, weaving a tapestry of warmth and companionship under the starlit sky. Dappled sunlight filters through the ancient trees of a serene forest, creating an ethereal glow. A holy figure walks serenely among the trees, their very presence radiating warmth and light. In their wake, flowers burst into bloom, painting the forest floor with vibrant colors. Small animals gather, drawn by an unseen force, sensing the pure, benevolent energy emanating from the figure. The air shimmers, alive with an unseen blessing of eternal peace and joy. The land and its inhabitants bask in the radiant, life-affirming aura of the holy figure. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy as a group of children hesitantly enters the forest, their laughter echoing softly. Their eyes widen, taking in the towering trees and the vibrant, untouched flora surrounding them. Whispers of awe escape their lips as they venture deeper, drawn by the forest's mysterious allure. A playful breeze rustles the leaves, creating a symphony of nature's secrets. They exchange excited glances, their imaginations ignited by the forest's magical beauty. With newfound courage, they step further into the woods, ready to explore the wonders that await them. Sunlight weaves through the ancient trees, casting an ethereal glow upon the Fairy Queen's glade. Radiant and benevolent, the Fairy Queen stands as a beacon of gentle power, her presence a soothing balm. She gestures with grace, inviting the children to draw nearer, their faces alight with anticipation. Her voice, like the softest chime of tinkling bells, carries through the glade, captivating every heart. "Welcome, little ones, to my glade," she says, her eyes sparkling with warmth and invitation. "I have stories to share, tales of kindness and wonder," she promises, setting the stage for enchantment. Sunlight dapples through the dense forest canopy, illuminating a scene of youthful exuberance. Sir Reginald stands as a vigilant sentinel, his watchful eyes safeguarding the playful children as they explore the verdant depths. His gaze sweeps across the joyous scene, ensuring the safety and well-being of those under his protection. A guardian's solemn duty amidst the carefree laughter and rustling leaves of the ancient forest. In the Fairy Queen's moonlit glade, fireflies weave through the air, casting a magical glow upon a circle of enchanted children. The Fairy Queen sits regally, her every gesture graceful as moonlight dapples her serene face. Her voice, a gentle melody, fills the glade with wisdom. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the strength to act in spite of it. She continues, her words painting vivid pictures in the minds of her young audience. Kindness, like a gentle breeze, can soothe the most troubled hearts. With a final, profound declaration, she emphasizes the interconnectedness of all things. And respect for nature is respect for ourselves, for we are all connected. Sunlight paints the forest floor in shifting patterns, where small children venture into the woods. Towering giants move among the trees, their expressions softened by a newfound tranquility. Once figures of dread, the giants now tenderly guide the children, teaching them the secrets of nurturing new life. Tiny hands work alongside massive ones, planting saplings and clearing the debris of fallen trees. Laughter echoes through the woods, blending with the rustling of leaves in a harmonious chorus. Peace settles over the forest, a symphony of cooperation between the small and the mighty. Sunlight filters through the leaves, casting an ethereal glow upon the Fairy Queen's glade. Sir Reginald, in gleaming armor, stands tall, reflecting the sun's rays in a dazzling display. The Fairy Queen smiles warmly, her eyes sparkling with kindness and wisdom. In her delicate hands, she holds a gleaming medal, a symbol of valor and honor. The air is filled with anticipation as the Fairy Queen prepares to bestow the award upon the noble knight. Sunlight paints shifting patterns on the forest floor, illuminating an ancient realm of towering trees. A holy figure stands as a silent guardian, their cloaked form blending with the dappled light and shadow. With serene eyes, they survey the vibrant undergrowth, a protector of the forest's hidden magic. Their gaze sweeps across the ancient trees, silent promise to safeguard the forest's peace. A vigilant presence, ensuring the forest's magic and peace for all time. In the Fairy Queen's glade, her radiant wings shimmer, casting ethereal shadows that dance upon the ancient trees. The Fairy Queen smiles warmly at her daughter, a beacon of light in the heart of the enchanted forest. Sir Reginald, ever vigilant, stands guard, his hand resting on his sword, ensuring the safety of the joyous celebration. Children, their faces alight with pure joy, dance around the crackling bonfire, their laughter mingling with the sweet scent of wildflowers. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy as the children emerge from the magical forest, their faces alight with newfound wisdom. Each carries an invisible treasure, lessons learned among ancient trees and whispering leaves. Their steps are lighter, their eyes brighter, as they journey back towards home. The forest watches them go, its secrets imprinted on their hearts. Whispers of magic linger in the air as they leave the enchanted realm behind. Sunlight dapples through the leaves, casting a celestial glow upon the Fairy Queen's glade. The Fairy Queen moves with ethereal grace, her every step a testament to serenity. Her daughter reflects the Queen's gentle spirit, their bond a beacon of harmony. Sir Reginald stands as a guardian, his noble presence a symbol of unwavering loyalty and courage. Peace permeates the glade, a sanctuary born from kindness and bravery. Sunlight filters through the dense forest canopy, casting dappled shadows on the vibrant green undergrowth. The air hangs heavy with the scent of damp earth and the sweet fragrance of blooming wildflowers. A symphony of birdsong echoes through the trees, each note a vibrant brushstroke in nature's masterpiece. Life bursts forth from every corner, a riot of green and gold under the watchful gaze of ancient trees. The forest floor teems with unseen life, a hidden world of roots, insects, and secrets. An aura of magic permeates the very air, inviting all who enter to lose themselves in its embrace. Bathed in the ethereal glow of starlight, the Fairy Queen, her daughter, and Sir Reginald stand in the heart of the glade. Their upturned faces reflect a shared sense of wonder and profound gratitude. Ancient trees encircle them, their leaves whispering secrets in the gentle night breeze. The air is alive with the sweet fragrance of wildflowers, a testament to the glade's enchanted beauty. A moment of serene unity under the vast, starlit sky, their hearts full of blessings received. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy, casting a mosaic of light and shadow upon the ancient forest floor. The giants move with a newfound grace, their once fearsome presence now softened by gentle purpose. Massive hands, surprisingly delicate, prune overgrown branches with care, nurturing the forest's growth. Unafraid, birds dance in the air around them, their songs weaving through the giants' silent work. Squirrels scamper up their legs, trusting in the giants' protection, the forest's delicate balance maintained by their watchful care. Sunlight filters through the canopy of ancient trees, painting the Fairy Queen's glade in ethereal light. The Fairy Queen gestures with graceful authority towards a flower shimmering with otherworldly magic. Her daughter listens intently, her youthful eyes wide with wonder and curiosity. The air hangs heavy with the intoxicating scent of 1,000 blossoms, sweet and enchanting. The dappled light dances across the Fairy Queen's face as she imparts ancient wisdom. The daughter's gaze remains fixated on the glowing flower, absorbing the secrets of the enchanted glade. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy, casting a mosaic of light and shadow on the forest floor. Sir Reginald's weathered hands skillfully carve into the wood, each movement precise and deliberate. The wooden idol slowly emerges, a testament to hope and resilience amidst the towering trees. The idol stands complete, a beacon of inspiration radiating from the heart of the ancient forest. Beneath the starlit canopy of ancient trees, the Fairy Queen's glade glows with ethereal light. Seated around a giant luminescent mushroom, the Fairy Queen shares tales of daring escapades. Her daughter listens with rapt attention, her eyes sparkling with youthful wonder. Sir Reginald, a loyal knight, adds his own heroic anecdotes to the enchanting atmosphere. Their combined laughter rings through the glade, a symphony of joy echoing through the mystical forest. The air is filled with magic as stories of adventure weave through the night. Sunlight weaves through the dense canopy, painting the forest floor with shifting patterns of light and shadow. A holy figure, draped in humble robes, moves serenely among the ancient trees. Pausing, the figure casts a gentle, benevolent smile upon the tranquil woods. With a tender hand, the figure offers solace and aid to all who dwell within the forest, be they beast or man. An aura of profound peace emanates from the figure, a beacon of hope in the verdant expanse. The forest seems to hush in reverence, as if nature itself recognizes the divine presence. Sunlight drizzles through the canopy, painting the Fairy Queen's glade with an ethereal glow. The Fairy Queen, wings shimmering like spun moonlight, gestures towards her attentive circle of woodland creatures. With graceful hands, she conjures illusions, flowers bursting into bloom and birds taking flight. Her voice, soft as the rustle of leaves, fills the glade with magic. Sunlight weaves through the dense forest canopy, painting the ground in shifting patterns of light and shadow. Sir Reginald, a knight in gleaming, battle-worn armor, stands as a silent guardian amidst the ancient trees. Laughter echoes through the woods as children, their faces alight with joy, weave through the trees. Some gather around, their small hands eagerly exploring the shapes and textures of leaves and branches. Others, their imaginations soaring, construct miniature fortresses from fallen branches and vibrant leaves. Sir Reginald's watchful gaze sweeps the forest perimeter, a silent vow to protect the innocents thriving under his care. In the Fairy Queen's glade, a crackling campfire throws flickering shadows across the faces of those gathered. The Fairy Queen watches over her daughter and the entranced children, her expression serene in the firelight. Sir Reginald sits among the children, his knightly armor reflecting the warm glow of the flames. The scent of pine fills the air, mingling with the soft murmur of voices around the campfire. Dancing shadows play on the ancient trees as stories unfold under the watchful eyes of the forest. Sunlight filters through the thick forest canopy, casting a mosaic of light and shadow on the ground. Towering giants, their faces bearing the marks of time and wisdom, stand as silent guardians amidst the trees. The children learn from the ancient beings, their small hands mimicking the careful, deliberate movements. With combined strength, they heave against massive logs, their determination echoing through the woods. Laughter dances on the wind, mingling with the sharp, rhythmic thud of axes biting into wood. The forest thrives with life, a symphony of persistence and camaraderie under the watchful eyes of the ancient giants. Sunlight weaves through the leaves, painting the Fairy Queen's glade in shimmering light. The Fairy Queen stands, a vision of radiant serenity, her smile a beacon of warmth and wisdom. Young children gather before her, their eyes wide with wonder and anticipation. "My dear children," the Fairy Queen begins, her voice like the gentle chime of bells. "Each of you possesses a unique gift, a special talent," she proclaims, her gaze sweeping across their eager faces. "Use these abilities to bring light and joy to the world, to heal its wounds, and to make it a more beautiful place for all," she says. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting a mosaic of light and shadow upon a serene forest clearing. A holy figure stands, bathed in ethereal light, their presence commanding a quiet reverence. A cluster of children gazes up in rapt attention, their eyes reflecting the holy figure's gentle wisdom. The forest holds its breath, the rustling leaves whispering secrets only they can understand. The holy figure inspires the children to strive for excellence and to never give up on their dreams. In the Fairy Queen's glade, the Fairy Queen's radiant face is tilted towards the heavens, a serene hope illuminating her features. Beside her, her daughter mirrors her mother's hopeful gaze, their shared anticipation filling the glade. Sir Reginald, the stalwart protector, stands guard behind them, his watchful eyes scanning the starry expanse above. The celestial glow bathes the children's faces, their eyes wide with wonder and dreams as they gaze at the stars. A shared moment of celestial connection binds them together, their hopes and dreams rising towards the night sky. Sunlight filters through the canopy, illuminating a forest teeming with life, its vibrant greens a testament to nature's resilience. Ancient trees stand as silent guardians, their gnarled branches reaching towards the sky like supplicating arms. Wildflowers carpet the forest floor, bursts of color painting a scene of idyllic beauty and tranquility. A gentle breeze rustles through the leaves, carrying whispers of the forest's ancient secrets and untold stories. The air is alive with the melodies of unseen birds, their songs echoing through the trees, creating a symphony of nature. The forest exudes an aura of magic, a sanctuary where courage, kindness, and community thrive in harmonious balance. Sunlight dapples through the leaves, painting the Fairy Queen's glade in shifting patterns of light and shadow. The Fairy Queen stands serene, radiating an aura of peace that calms the very air. Beside her, her daughter mirrors her grace, a beacon of hope shining in her youthful eyes. Sir Reginald stands as a stalwart guardian, his presence a promise of unwavering protection. Harmony weaves through them all, binding them together in a tapestry of light and ethereal beauty. In a forest cathedral of ancient trees, moss-bearded giants sit as wrinkled patriarchs, their faces etched with the wisdom of ages. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting dappled patterns on the faces of eager young giants gathered at their feet. The eyes of the elders, deep pools of time, reflect the weight of centuries past and stories untold. A low rumble of voices fills the air as the wise share their knowledge, passing down the legacy of their kind. The younger giants, bright-eyed and attentive, absorb every word, their expressions a mixture of awe and anticipation. Each shared glance, each whispered tale, weaves a tapestry of history, binding the generations in the heart of the ancient forest. Sunlight drizzles through the emerald canopy, painting the mossy floor of the Fairy Queen's glade with shimmering light. Ancient magic hums in the air, visible in the soft glow of luminescent flora scattered throughout the glade. The Fairy Queen, a vision of regal wisdom, gestures with a slender hand, her movements graceful and commanding. Princess Lyra, her eyes wide with attention, absorbs her mother's every word, her expression a mirror of earnest focus. The whispers of the ancient forest surround them, carrying secrets and prophecies on the gentle breeze. In the sun-drenched forest, Sir Reginald's bravery shines, a beacon for all who follow. His unwavering loyalty inspires those around him, a testament to the strength of character. Each action he takes resonates with the power of the human spirit, uplifting and emboldening. The forest watches as Sir Reginald embodies courage, his presence a living testament to noble virtues. A warm bonfire crackles, its light painting the Fairy Queen's glade in hues of gold and shadow. The Fairy Queen, her daughter at her side, presides over the jubilant gathering. Sir Reginald and the fairy community revel in the warmth of unity and friendship. Dancing shadows play across their faces, reflecting the laughter and music that fill the night air. Sparks rise and fade, mirroring the fleeting joy of the celebration under the watchful eyes of ancient trees. Sunlight drizzles through the dense canopy, painting the ancient forest floor in shifting patterns of light and shadow. A holy figure stands motionless among the trees, their very presence a beacon of serene power. Their gaze sweeps over the woods, a silent promise to safeguard its magic and tranquility. An eternal guardian, they ensure the forest's ancient peace endures for all time. Years drift by beneath the forest canopy. A once tiny fairy now stands tall, her gaze sweeping over the thriving woods. Beside her, Sir Reginald, aged but sturdy, surveys the flourishing realm with a contented smile. Sunlight filters through the leaves, illuminating the vibrant tapestry of life that has blossomed under their care. A shared moment of pride and accomplishment binds them, guardians of a forest reborn. In the heart of the ancient forest, sunlight filters through the canopy, casting dappled shadows on the mossy ground. The grown-up fairy turns with ethereal grace, her eyes filled with ancient wisdom and compassion. Sir Reginald stands burdened, his face etched with doubt and weariness. With gentle touch, the fairy places a comforting hand on Sir Reginald's shoulder, a silent promise of strength. Her voice rings with gentle power, a beacon of hope in the shadowed woods. Even the smallest heart can hold the greatest courage, my friend. Sir Reginald looks up, a spark of renewed determination flickering in his eyes, inspired by her words. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy of the ancient forest. Sir Reginald's face is etched with the wisdom of years, but his eyes sparkle with youthful amusement. He smiles, a genuine warmth radiating from him as he observes something unseen by the viewer. The forest floor is dappled with light and shadow, the air alive with the sounds of unseen creatures. And even the smallest puppy can be a knight, Sir Reginald says, his voice carrying on the gentle breeze. His words hang in the air, a testament to the boundless potential within even the most unassuming of beings. Sunlight dapples the forest floor as the camera reveals a lush, green expanse, the air alive with the promise of magic. The Fairy Queen stands regally amidst the verdant growth, her presence radiating peace and joy. Beside her stands her daughter, her eyes reflecting the serene beauty of their enchanted home. Sir Reginald, loyal and steadfast, completes the trio, his gaze watchful yet calm. The forest breathes around them, an aura of light and love forever blessing this sylvan sanctuary. A sense of timeless serenity pervades, the forest a haven untouched by sorrow.